It is time for another Cobra Cast 199. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. We got a lot to talk about. Hope you're doing well. Kamala Harris campaign is falling apart right before our very eyes, and it is glorious to witness. And we have Joe Biden going dark Brandon. I think Joe Biden is kind of done with it. But I also don't think that Joe Biden is as aware of what's going on as some people would say. But I guess we'll see. But how's everybody doing today? Yes, we had Geeks and Gamers Daily. I don't know what's going to happen with main event because I've got so many people that are tied up with other things to do in Orlando and getting ready for Hurricane Milton that's going to be making landfall tomorrow night in Tampa, around that area. And we're just trying to monitor that and see what's going on. But I'm here. Okay, I'm here. And that's okay. So how's everybody doing? What's up? I see Dan. I don't know why Dan's in my chat. But Dan, I have a corporate billionaire in my chat, okay? And he told me that the reason that he's a corporate billionaire is because he doesn't donate to ridiculous loser YouTubers like me. Can you believe he said that? Can you believe he said that? I was like, if you're a corporate billionaire, send me a super chat. And he goes, the reason I'm a billionaire is because I don't send idiots like you money. I'm like, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. I can't be mad about that. Eric Guywall for 5 says, praying for Geeks and Gamers team. Be safe in Florida from this upcoming hurricane. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Dan says, I'm a trillionaire. Billionaires are losers. Let me see. Thoughts on fitness with Nigel says, just about keeping up with you streaming, Jeremy. Is this the Weather Channel? So listen, when it comes to meteorology, there's a lot of guys that have filled the role of intelligent, well-spoken, very articulate, high production value weather hurricane grifters, okay? There's plenty of them out there. But if you're looking for low quality, if you're looking for a touch of retardation, someone that can't read very well, I'm your place, okay? So I'm just trying to fill a void in the market. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to fill a void in the market. But all right, let's jump right into this because there's a few things that I want to talk about. And the first thing is right here. Joe Biden has basically just he's done something pretty interesting, and he's had some stuff to say where yesterday, if you remember, and actually before, I want to show everybody what Ron DeSantis had to say first, because DeSantis had some interesting words to say yesterday about Kamala Harris and all the nonsense that she's been spewing. Did you live in Florida when Hurricane Andrew hit in 92? I did. Or no, I didn't live in Florida then, but even still, like, Andrew hit in Miami, I believe. Am I right about that? I think Andrew hit Miami, which is way south. But no, I moved to Florida like in 95, I think. Yeah, I think it was like 95. But if you want to hear what Ron DeSantis had to say, let's listen to what DeSantis had to say first, okay? And it's interesting because now that DeSantis has said what he said, now Joe Biden has had something interesting to say as well. Here we go.
Listen to what she said. Well, we don't have the sound, but she said, moment of crisis, if nothing else, should really be the moment that anyone calls himself a leader, says they're going to put politics aside and put the people first. People are in desperate need of support right now and playing political games at this moment in these crisis situations. These are the height of emergency situations. It's just utterly irresponsible, and it's selfish, and it's about political gamemanship. What's your response?
Well, I think she should look in the mirror. We've been on an emergency footing for 2 weeks straight, round the clock, 24/7. We've been working, my office, our Division of Emergency Management, helping people prepare for Hurricane Helene, helping effectuate rescues of people after Hurricane Helene, helping people pick up the pieces of their lives after Helene, and then have to also turn around and prepare for major impacts and maybe even more impacts from Hurricane Milton, be able to have rescue personnel ready to help people, and then, of course, help with the power restoration, all these things to do. So that's been my sole focus. My focus has not been on dealing with Kamala Harris. I saw the news report. I didn't know she tried to contact me, but I'd also say it's not about you, Kamala. Right. It's about the people of Florida.
Whoa, he's just cooking, man. He's just cooking.
My focus is exactly where it should be. And I can tell you this, I've worked on these hurricanes under both President Trump and President Biden. Neither of them ever tried to politicize it. She has never called on any of the storms we've had since she's been vice president until apparently now. Why all of a sudden is she trying to parachute in and inject herself when she's never shown any interest in the past? We know it's because of politics. We know it's because of her campaign. I have zero time to entertain these political games. We're going to continue to do what we need to do to prepare and respond to what may be one of the most damaging storms in the history of the United States. So she says focusing on protecting your people is selfish. I think she ought to look in the mirror.
And right now, Governor, just to conclude, you have what you need from the federal government, as well as you feel like you have the resources in place. Is that correct?
Every request we've made, and I've been in contact with the president. I've been in contact with the FEMA director. You know, it's interesting. Harris is not even in the chain of command.
Yeah, what is she
has no role in this. I mean, the idea that I should be like worrying about her when I'm focused on the task at hand is just, quite frankly, absurd. So yes, all of our requests have been answered. We have marshaled all state resources that are available to us. It's going to be a very robust response, but it's going to be a lot of damage, and we're bracing for that. I'd ask everyone to keep us in your prayers. We know we're going to get hit, but hopefully we can pray that this storm will weaken and do the least amount of damage possible.
All right,
absolutely.
Well,
great job.
And people are asking, like, you know, where was this DeSantis during the primaries? He was facing a hurricane that he can't defeat, and that's Hurricane Trump. And look, he overstepped. Plain and simple as that. But I show you that to then show you the very next day, Joe Biden himself has decided to share some opinions of his own, which is really interesting because while you've got Governor DeSantis slamming Kamala Harris and accusing her of playing politics with a hurricane, now during her interview with The View, Joe Biden says this.
The governor of Florida has been cooperative. He said he's gotten all that he needs. I talked to him again yesterday, and I said, no, you're doing a great job. It's all being done well. We thank you for it. And I literally gave my personal phone number to call.
You know, moments of crisis, if nothing else, should really be the moment that anyone who calls themselves a leader says they're going to put politics aside and put the people first. People are in desperate need of support right now, and playing political games with this moment in these crisis situations, these are the height of emergency situations, is just utterly irresponsible, and it is selfish, and it is about political gamesmanship instead of doing the job that you took an oath to do, which is to put the people first.
And so for Kamala Harris to try to say that my sole focus on the people of Florida is somehow selfish is delusional. She has no role in this. In fact, she's been vice president for 3.5 years. I've dealt with a number of storms under this administration. She has never contributed anything to any of these efforts. And so what I think is selfish is her trying to blunder into this. No. And here's the thing. She has no role. No, she has no role in this process. I'm in contact with the president of the United States.
So obviously, this is not an issue that is about partisanship or politics for certain leaders, but maybe it's for others.
Oh, she's just, dude, this media blitz that she's going on right now has been unbelievably bad for her. And I've even seen a few people bring this up. And I don't know if I necessarily I do understand where Drew's coming from this, but it's a legitimate question. The media blitz is so bad for Kamala Harris. It honestly makes me think, it makes me wonder if they're getting ready to replace her. That's how bad this media blitz has been for her. And it has been very bad. And I'm not sure that the more this woman talks, the worse it is. I've told you this over and over again. She's an idiot. She's one of the stupidest people we have seen. It's unbelievable. And now Joe Biden is actively working against her, it would seem. And that is not a good sign for her campaign or anything. Piano Dean says, she's my cherry pie. What's up, Piano Dean? Eric K says, Hurricane Jeremy would not be destructive at all. Everyone knows it would be just filled with glitter and rainbows. Ryan says, for 10 says, currently on my way to Tallahassee from Tampa to evacuate. Stay safe, everyone, and hail the 199 Trump 2024. Thank you, brother. Be safe. Be safe on the road. I heard it's really bad in terms of the evacuation efforts. Mac Jerry says, sorry, Jeremy, I missed the first 3 minutes. Can you either start again or do a Superman 2 titles style recap? Thanks. Thanks again. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. And furthermore, thanks. Sure, I can just start the show over for you, Mac Jerry. I mean, you gave me, $10. So yeah, let's just can we just start it over, chat? Is that okay? Can we just do that? What's up, Jen and Silva, Saska? How you doing? You guys are great. All right. And I was supposed to be hanging out with the Saska sisters. Okay. I was supposed to be hanging out with the Saska sisters, and the hurricane screwed it up. Okay. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? All right. I'm starting over for Mac. All right. Here we go. Here's the start over right here. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Cobra Cast 199. I am your host, Jeremy, and we have a lot to talk about today. I just want to... Oh, hi. Sorry. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to you guys, all right? No starting over. Look at there. Pirate of Las Vegas for 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. Gerald Armstrong says, I was a meatball. Good old DeSantis. Spartan 089 says, October surprise. Biden back on the ticket, and all the conservatives are praising him. Wouldn't that be a fucking shit show? Holy crap. Let's see. You know what D-Day Cobra Cast has that Tim Cast doesn't? Gifties. That's right. Look at there. The chat already hyped up. I didn't see this yesterday, but I saw a clip of this last night. We've got to watch this, okay? This man is a legitimate comedian, Donald Trump, all right? Let's just watch this. This man is a legitimate comedian.
When you walked out and Lee Greenwood was singing, I've known you for 20 plus years, a long time, and I looked at you and there was an emotional moment where, I think people around me were starting to tear up. Were you close to tearing up at that moment?
Well, if I admitted that, I think I'd lose a lot of votes. I'm not supposed to. Do you want a president that cries? I don't think so. So I'll say absolutely not.
The ride to the hospital from here, take us in the car.
Well, there was a lot of blood. And when I was down and bullets were flying over my head, I noticed tremendous amounts of blood. But I felt it's very, they talk about surreal. It wasn't surreal. I had total understanding of where I was. And the Secret Service people were very brave because I got down. I think people were shouting maybe or whatever, but I got down pretty fast. I was always impressed with that. I got down fast. If I didn't get down that fast, that would have been a second miracle. But they were flying right over my head. And you could hear them. I didn't know you could hear bullets. You can hear they're whizzing by at 4,000 miles an hour or something. But I think that more than anything else, they wanted me to go out by stretcher. And I didn't like that. I had a lot of people watching. I don't want that. But also, and I thought they did a great job.
Because the president has to look.
Well, I don't want to go out. I felt that I was hit in the ear. And it felt like the top of the ear. It grazed my ear, but it was really bloody. And the Secret Service people, and rightfully thought I was hit on 3 or 4 places because there's so much blood. Because the ear bleeds, or whatever, they say cartilage. The doctor at Butler said cartilage. And they say because of cartilage. The ear bleeds more than any other part of the body. There was blood all over the place. And I really thought that only was hit in the ear. So they said, sir, you were hit in other locations. And they're going all over my body. They probably realize what a body this guy had. But they're going all over.
This dude, 6'3", 215, baby. Let's go.
They thought that only was hit in the ear. So they said, sir, you were hit in other locations. And they're going all over my body. They probably realize what a body this guy had. But they're going all over. And they didn't find, I said, look, I'm not going on a stretch, and get me up. I wanted my shoes because, no, they hit me. They hit me. No, when they went down, they hit me so hard that for some reason, I think they were going at a different angle. Both shoes were off.
Are you wearing those shoes today?
It's different, but it's sort of similar, but it's sort of a little different. I haven't.
Did you hear how he just described his shoes? It's different, but they're similar, but it's sort of different. What does that mean, Trump?
Are you wearing those shoes today?
It's different, but it's sort of similar, but it's sort of a little different. I haven't.
One more time. That's a lot. That's a lot.
We're off.
Are you wearing those shoes today?
It's different, but it's sort of similar, but it's sort of a little different. I haven't. Those shoes are loaded up with lots of blood. I'm not looking to wear them again. But, you know,
this dude's funny as hell, man. Sir Neoff for 50. It says family is ready for Milton. Take this serious, folks. Much like most of the Geeks and Gamers, I am in Orlando. Prayers to everyone in Florida. 1,000%. I've been in contact with everybody in Orlando, and, Orlando's not an evacuation area. If it was, I would be a little more adamant and obviously I can't make anybody do anything. But I would be a little more adamant if it wasn't, but it's not a mandatory evacuation area. It is about 80 miles inland. If I'm estimating it's about 80 miles inland. And don't think there are any flood zones, but everybody's taking the proper precautions, and I think everything's going to be okay. But I am ready. I am ready to hop in my truck and drive down there if need be. And we will see. But I think everything's going to be okay as far as people that are inland. It's people that are on the coast is really the people that are going to be in serious, serious problems, man. But just make sure you got, water, canned goods, and make sure if you do have battery packs for your cell phones, make sure those are fully charged because power outages might be a thing for sure. But I hope everything's okay with you and your fam and everybody else for sure. Thank you so much.
They got me to the car. I thought they did a very good job. Some people say slow. I don't think slow. They got me to the car, and I think I might have been holding them back. My first instinct was to finish my speech. It's crazy, isn't it? Isn't that a crazy instinct? I'm pouring, but they didn't live. That's where they put their foot down. They got me to the car. I got in. I did a little talking, not much. 2 very, very good people. Sean is fantastic, but 2 very, very good people. And they got me to the hospital. It was so professional. Everything was, look, they had a bad moment with the building, a bad moment.
How long did it take in the car? Approximately
7-8 minutes, very quick. And the hospital was great. And I didn't realize this. I never knew they did. When a president goes to an area, they close a hospital in its entirety. It's ready for exactly this. I didn't know they did that, but they did. So the hospital, I got there, the doctors were outside, the nurses. And no people, they literally close it and almost like they expect this. No, it's a genius thing, but you would never do. Who would ever think that? And I was so impressed. They got me in and they took care of it. Butler Hospital did a fantastic job. The doctors were amazing, and also amazing on the other 2 gentlemen that were hurt very badly. They thought they weren't going to live, and they ended up living, and I think they'll be very healthy
David
again.
and James, yeah.
They were very, very good people, good Trump supporters, and we took good care of them. I mean, they took 2 hard shots. They were not supposed to make it, and not only did they make it, they really came out. I think they're going to be 100%. But Corey didn't make it, and I felt we had an obligation to Corey to come back here and help him out. We raised a lot of money through different things, but we raised a lot of money for the family, and they deserve it for what they've gone through. They really They really had a great father and great husband. And,
When you saw them for the first time today, again,
Yeah.
since that horrific day, what was that like?
well, it was amazing. The daughter's beautiful, two young girls, and a beautiful mother. And they're at the bottom of the plane. I get off, and they're the first people I greeted and met. And I knew them from before, of course, from the tragic event. But they're having a hard time. Actually, they're having a very hard time. It was so crazy. The whole thing was just a crazy time, and we had to sort of come back and complete the circle. And that's what we did. Even the way I started, I sort of said, like, here we are. Let's go.
What was the first thing Melania said to you?
She was watching it on television. She was watching it. I think she paused it for a couple of minutes, and somebody called, and she ran to the television. She's great. Look, she had a bigger problem. She had a problem with how does Barron take it. Barron was playing tennis with his friends, and somebody ran over and said, your father's been shot. He's been shot, Barron. And Barron really likes his father a lot. And so does Eric, Don, Tiffany, Ivanka, the whole group. But, I've been a good father to the kids.
How is he doing in college?
He's doing great. He's always a great student. Barron's a very good student. He's a tall student also, by the way. Pretty tall student. But he's a great boy. And he came in, Mom, what happened? So, and then they saw me get up, and then they saw the fist bump. It's very interesting. When I got up, people thought, maybe he's dead because, they lifted, and they're very strong guys. They can get you up fast. But I said, I'm not going to go anywhere. And I convinced them I thought I was only hit in the air. It's very interesting. But they got me up, and I watched, and it was dead silent, even though I was standing up and in vision, because people didn't know I was alive or not. And then when I did the fist pump, everybody realized, and they're screaming, USA, USA. It was the craziest day. It was a crazy time.
And what a lot of people don't know is that a lot of the people who were behind President Trump on July 13th waited in line to be behind him again. They thought that was very important for this 12-week anniversary of what was almost a more tragic day.
Hey, Sean. Absolutely. So, I mean, that's really good stuff. And Trump is just, the dude has aura that you just can't teach. He's so funny, but then also makes serious points along the way. Andrew CR says that this is the #1 political live stream on this channel at this time on this day by this fig next to a hurricane. The numbers don't lie, okay? The numbers don't lie. Brian Young says 6'3", 215. That's my president. Lean back, have a snack, take a nap, says Jeremy. Are you wearing the same hoodie again? No, different, but sort of similar, but a little different. That's such a great answer. Savage Talk. What's up, Savage Talk? I'm just north of Tampa, Jeremy. I'm effed. Got to evac in the morning, even though they say go now. Yeah, tomorrow morning might be a little too late. Actually, no. Actually, I think you're going to be fine if you evac in the morning. I mean, traffic's going to be bad, but you should be fine if you're, I think they said by noon. I think I was watching Ryan Hall, and I think that he said, or maybe it was Max Velocity. I can't remember. But either one of those guys said that you need to be, everything needs to be done by noon tomorrow, I think is what I saw, if I'm not mistaken. But you should be fine if you're out by the morning. But I haven't, I don't know I've been paying more attention to what it's doing in Orlando and not so much Tampa. So I don't know what the exact time frame is for Tampa. So, but be safe, brother. Be safe. You gotta be careful because this is a serious storm, especially if you're on the coast. And everybody should be taking it seriously for sure. But yeah, so going back to the Kamala stuff, this Kamala Harris stuff is she's in really bad shape right now. And I'm not really sure. Hang on. What? Dan, breaking news. Breaking, the Brazilian Supreme Court has just lifted the ban on Twitter X, allowing the company to operate and Brazilian users to access the site. What? Is Dan here? Look into this, Dan. Dan, can you use Twitter now? Are you back? Celebration for Dan Vask. Madam Savvy, everyone post feet for Dan. Let's go. I will take all congratulations super chats directed at Dan Vask, and I will definitely donate them right in to the Geeks and Gamers bank account. So any congratulations you would like to send, I will humbly accept them because that's the type of friend that I am. Okay. And if Dan is back, then I will take all super chats congratulating him. The grift never ends. Look at all the feet in the chat, all because of Savvy. Let's see here. Let me see if I can access. All right. Trying to see. Look at there. Congratulations, Dan, from Bruce in the house. See there, Dan. That just shows you what type. I am a really good friend. What other friend would allow his live stream where people could send super chats congratulating their, like, I have a gay friend who's in Brazil who hasn't been able to get on Twitter. And now, according to this post right here, my gay friend can now go back to Twitter. And I am very, very, very nice. And I'm like, hey, you can use my chat to send congratulations to my gay friend, Dan Vask. What a guy I am. I am a great guy. It does. Yeah, I'm seeing more people. Let's see. What the? Hang on. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't access Twitter yet, but this is in line with the rumors that I've been hearing for a few days already. So I should probably be able to get in a few days or even later today.
Okay. All right. Keep us posted.
Sounds good, man. Definitely, I'm definitely optimistic about it. And if Trump wins, you guys better make Trump win, because apparently Elon Musk will have some sort of role in some sort of government job, right?
Correct.
Some sort of government role in if Trump wins, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so that will bode fantastically for Brazil if that happens. So you guys better make sure Trump wins.
We're doing the best we can. And do you think I'm a great guy for accepting congratulations super chats on your behalf on my channel?
No, you're gay. Goodbye.
Bye. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about it now, though. So the Brazilian Supreme Court has just apparently lifted the ban on Twitter, allowing the company to operate and Brazilian users to access the site. Dan, who just called and said that he can't access it yet, but he's hoping to very, very soon. So there you go. Let's see. Christopher Gonzalez says, coming at you with another video. And today, Andrew Hart said, congratulations, Jeremy F. Dan Vask. I support that completely. Jeff Spitzer says, Jeremy, I trust you to keep this membership safe for Dan and your bank account. I certainly will. I'm a great guy like that. Boomerang Bob says, Jeremy's going to celebrate Dan's freedom by watching Snake Eyes, his favorite movie, and play Titanfall 3. That's not nice. What is that? What is that? I don't even want to look. Travis, for a member message, says you're gay, so wouldn't it be just friend in Brazil? Brian Young says Dan is a transformer more than meets the eyes. That was rough. Yeah, so it looks like multiple people are now reporting that Brazilian users are going to be able to get back on Twitter. So that's good. That's a good sign. Some of the latest numbers from Polymarket. Want to show everybody this really quick. So right now, you go over here. Polymarket has a Trump's lead in Arizona is the biggest it's been since July. 66% chance that he wins. Let's see. There's a 73% chance Kamala wins the popular vote, but that doesn't mean she's going to win the Electoral College, which is what matters. And there was one more that I wanted to show you guys. Wow. This guy bet That 3 million. What? On Trump to win? Who is this guy? Who the hell is this guy? Send me a super chat if you got that much money, bro. Trump's lead over Kamala Harris just hit an all-time high in Pennsylvania. Odds are he wins is at 12%. So again, this is the betting market right here. So this isn't necessarily the polls. This is just the betting market. It can fluctuate a lot, and we have seen it fluctuate a lot. But what we are ultimately seeing from the betting market is that it's kind of moving right back into the direction that it did when Joe Biden stepped down. And that's where I'll tell you that there is something to the betting market numbers, because Joe Biden stepped down right when the betting market was really moving far away from him. That's when they decided, hey, Joe Biden's got to step down. This is not going well for us. And so there's something to that for sure. B. Barrett says, for fuck's sakes, give him back his stapler. In all seriousness, stay safe. Thank you, brother. And then B. Barrett says, unmanned, but not ungayed. What is that? Something Chronicles, Ren Chronicles. Sophie. Oh, what's up, Sophie? Getting ready to go to Costco. Is that what it says? Can't wait to meet Nerdrotics crew. What does that say? Does that say Costco? I can't tell. It's on my Rumble spreadsheet, and it's really hard to see. Gonna prepare a playlist for the bus when we go to Machu Picchu. What songs do you recommend? Green Day, and Good Charlotte. Is Good Charlotte still make any music, by the way? Say, is Green Day, does Good Charlotte still make music? The only song I know from Good Charlotte is the anthem. So, oh, Peru? Well, fucking say Peru then. I don't know what the fuck Cusco is. How the hell am I supposed to know that shit? I'm from America. But is Good Charlotte still a thing? I'm from America. I don't give a damn about some fucking country. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Let's see here. Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. That's a Good Charlotte song. That's right. I do remember that one. But are they still a band? I got to look it up now. I've got to look it up and see if Good Charlotte's still a thing. Good Charlotte. Are they still a band? Like, holy shit, they're still doing concerts and stuff? Whatever happened to Good Charlotte? Are they still a thing? Oh no, I just see SeatGeek. The first result is SeatGeek, and it's like tickets. Oh no, that's not for Good Charlotte. That's just this tickets plus live in Charlotte. So stop yelling at us. I would never yell at my chat. I've never yelled at my chat, and I never would yell at my chat. But anyway, who gives a shit? Gary cares. Gary is very adamant about Good Charlotte. He wants to go to a Good Charlotte concert, trying to find out if they're still a thing. I haven't heard of Good Charlotte in probably the last time I heard of Good Charlotte was when Chris Rock made that joke about Good Charlotte, where he said, Good Charlotte, you guys were better when your name was Green Day. And that was like 15 years ago, something like that. But Gary's a big fan of Good Charlotte. That's all I know. Disco Cobra says, you're going to be giving the live updates on the hurricane. You could grift that as well. You've been doing a ton of streams. Must want to maximize super chat profits, right? I mean, I'm all about that. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, I could just say, I just love all of you guys, and I just love the community we have, and I'm not here for money. But I'm a streamer. Any streamer that says that they don't do this for money is fucking lying, okay? So, yeah, the money's good, but the memes are equally as good, okay? So I'm okay with both. But yeah, some streamers, some of these streamers are making millions of dollars a year, and they're like, I don't do this for the money, guys. I do this for the community. Fuck off, okay? You do it for the money. Everybody does what they do for money in some capacity. If you're blessed enough to do something you like for money, then you're living the dream. I'm living the dream. I have a fake job that I make decent money at, and I enjoy what I do. So therefore, I'm a very lucky person. But any streamer that claims that, number one, it's not a real job. I don't care what any streamer says. This is not a real job. It's never going to be a real job. If you are in the comfort of your own home, surrounded by retarded ass video games and action figures like me, and you get to turn the camera on and talk shit and talk about whatever it is you choose to talk about, and then your audience asks you questions to support you, you don't have a real job. You have a fake job, all right? Or a dream job, however you want to work it. But it's not a real job. That's just the truth. Where are we at? Cat G3000 discovered you via Drinker Nerdrotic. I love your observations and sense of humor. I laughed so hard during your review of Az's Starfield rant. I got a minor asthma attack. America, hey, thank you. That was a lot of fun covering the whole thing that happened with Az and his Starfield rant. And by the way, Az was right. Starfield was garbage. Anybody that tried to argue that Az was wrong, you are an idiot, and Az was right. Heel versus babyface was always right about Starfield. Always. Juan Guitar says, for the working man, America. Thank you. JMNZZ450. That 60-minute interview was the worst I have ever seen. At first, I thought someone was trolling and edited Kamala's answers around to make her sound stupid. But no, there was no editing. Holy shit. In fact, there was a little bit of editing. I think. I haven't seen this to be confirmed, but I did see this clip going around. Let me show you guys what I saw. Let me see if I can find it really quickly. So there was this clip. God, how many things did I bookmark? Okay, right here. Okay. Watch this.
The work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much.
What the heck? Did my stream go down? Did my stream go down? Are we back? All right, let me check, see what's going on here really quick. Are we back? Are we back? Okay, we're back. Yeah, internet's good, everything's good, so that's very strange. Very strange. Okay, we're back. Okay, I'll go back to the video. We'll start this video over. And there is no community note on this video at this point in time that I see. Nope, there is no community note. So, all right, let's pull this back up. Here we go. Start it over.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We're not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
But it seems that,
I mean, seriously, man, this is where we are with these clowns. Like, so they just made her sound even like it made her sound like less stupid. You know what I mean? Like, and I saw in the replies, Colin Rugg's like, yeah, this is what propaganda looks like. No wonder why Trump didn't want to do the 60 Minutes interview. Of course, that's how it always is with these clowns. Let's see. Sorry, I'm getting messages, having to check my phone to make sure everything's good. So there you go, right there. Absolutely insane, but not surprising at all. Kamala also tried to take shots at Trump over not wanting to go on 60 Minutes. I got to find that clip and show you guys. But yeah, she basically was trying to act like Trump. Let's see, right here. I don't know if this is it, but she's also went on Howard Stern. So we've got this clip right here. Listen to this clown. First of all, going on Howard Stern, Kamala Harris tells COVID fear merchant and shut-in Howard Stern that Trump is too weak to lead. So the guy that took a bullet and stood with his fist in the air shouting, fight, 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 is weak. The man who has battled through an unprecedented lawfare assault, architected by the Biden-Harris DOJ to throw him in prison for 700 years, is weak. The candidate who Democrats impeached twice, attempted to bankrupt, and even tossed him off the ballots in multiple states, and he still comes back for more, is weak.
Howard, I think that, Howard, people ask me, like, what do you think is going on, and what is the tension here? What's at stake? And there are many things, and I can be much more articulate than what I'm going to say. But ultimately, I do believe that this is an election that is about strength versus weakness.
Yeah.
And weakness as projected by someone who puts himself in front of the American people and does not have the strength to stand in defense of their needs, their dreams, their desires, the work that must happen to make sure that we are a secure nation, that we are nurturing and protecting our alliances around the world, that we are supporting America's military, that we are fighting to bring the cost of living down for working families, that we are building businesses, building growth.
Oh my goodness. And you guys are telling me Trump just tweeted, so I'm about to go look and see. Real Donald Trump. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. Hey, Trump. Lion Kamala, who is being exposed as a dummy every time she does a show, just stated to the degenerates on The View that she wouldn't have done nothing different than crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of the United States. The mainstream media doesn't want to pick up the story. The dumb women on The View wish they never asked her this question that led to that election-defying answer. But the internet is going wild. For starters, the border disaster, the murderers, and everyone else being allowed to invade our country. Worst inflation in history. The Ukraine disaster, October 7th with Israel, loss of energy independence, the Afghanistan debacle, loss of respect all over the globe, and much more. Her dumbest answer so far. Trump going ham. Here we go.
Well, if anything, would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind in terms of, and I've been a part of most of the decisions that have had impact.
Well, if anything,
nothing. She says she would have done nothing different. This man had to step down. This man had to step down because he was so bad. And the American people were checking out. She just said she would do nothing differently. Thank you, Kamala. Thank you so much for that horrifically bad answer. Oh, it's so good. The more she talks, the worse it gets. Dermy Wormy for 20. I don't do YouTube for money because I don't make much. Dermy Wormy, you mad lad. How you doing, man? How's your cancel campaign going? They still trying to cancel you? Lord Botha says, can't read my poker face. No, you can't read my poker face. My poker face. My poker face. By the way, maybe if Beardo had a better poker face, he'd win more in Among Us. I didn't see yesterday's stream. I'm sure it was interesting, though. I'm sure it was interesting. Let's see. Yay says for $9.99 says literal vampire pot-belly goblins hobbling around coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go, oh, oh, ah. Okay. That is one of the greatest songs of all time. And because you brought that up, I think we need to listen to it. I don't think everybody's heard it. The Alex Jones folk song. One of the greatest songs ever. Here we go. All right, here we go. This is one of the greatest moments in YouTube history right here. All because Yave, you're going to get it.
Store, the paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive, selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we want to eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head.
What the hell?
That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna steal your daughter at the mall. We're gonna steal your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalians, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good. Oh, they're so sweet.
Greatness. Greatness. Absolute greatness. This is what the internet was invented for right here. That's what the internet was made for. We need more of that right there. Holy crap, man. I think, didn't Alex Jones tweet that out not too long ago? If I'm not mistaken, I think he did. But yeah, man, absolutely fantastic. What is this? I don't think I've ever seen this clip. I don't know if I've seen this.
Thank you very much. Where's gays for Trump? You don't look good. He said, you know, good. He said, you look good. We did great with the gay population. Thank you very much. Where's gays for Trump? You don't look good.
You said you don't look gay.
He said, you know, good. He said, you look good.
Oh, this man is a national treasure, man. I swear. It makes no sense. Oh God. There's so many clips. Like there's just so many clips of oh my God. Oh, here's one. What is this? This can't be real. This can't be real. I don't know if I want to share this. This is a serious political show, and I have to show you all sides of the story so you can make an informed decision. So as much as I don't want to show this, I feel I have to.
One nation under a groove.
getting down just for the funk of it. Can I get it on the one?
Oh no. Oh God. That was bad. That was really bad. It was even worse than I imagined it could be. You know we've hit the next level. You know we've hit the next level when it was even worse than I thought it could be. I'll keep that one in mind next time you guys are being mean to me in the chat. I'll just pull that one up every time. Okay? I'll just pull that one up. So we'll remember that one. So make sure you guys stay in line. Okay? Make sure you stay in line. Let's see. Benjamin says, Jeremy, you have super chats to read. Hurry up. I'm sorry. Juan Guitar with the For the Working Man, America. Disco Cobra says, technically, Good Charlotte still do. New collabs on Spotify. I think they still tour. It's possible. It's crazy. That I don't even know why we're talking about Good Charlotte, because I did bring it up. David Fields says, Coward Stern. I'm sorry. I meant to pull this one up earlier. Thank you, Coward Stern. Yes, Howard Stern is... dude has fallen far. Look who's here. ABF is in the chat. ABF is here, everybody. Pink Lady says, I'm not getting D-Day Cobra notifications. That's why I would encourage everybody to follow me on all platforms, because I do go live on all, or at least the four big ones are, obviously YouTube. I go live on Twitter. I go live on Rumble and on Kick. So that's why I encourage everybody to hit me up over there. What up, ABF? Good to see you here, brother. Let's see. Thank you for becoming a new member. You can't remember last time, didn't you? Maybe you're just re-upping. Same with like ABF. So that may be what's going on. Corey Blumberg says, you can beat the FIG accusations by holding up 2 American flags in the thick of the hurricane on video. Don't be a disappointment to us for the second time. The problem is I'm not, while I'm in the state of Florida, I'm not getting hit by the hurricane. I'm not. So that's why I'm not getting hit by the hurricane. It's been a while since we actually had a hurricane here in Pensacola. So it's going to miss me just like Helene missed me. Downtown Drug Zombie says Jeremy is gay. Justin says super chats are gay. Beastie says Melania's going to be on the 5 around 5 p.m. Really? Okay. That's interesting. Jeremy seems to forget. I can just close this tab. What do you mean? I mean, yeah, I can just close the tab right there, and then we could do that. But who the fuck wants to look at that? You know? So I wouldn't. Brian Young says, I am tired of this bish. Shut the fuck up, heels up Harris. Disco Cobra says, Gaga snuck in a lyric that never got picked up by the radio stations. Look it up online. Poker Face does actually say the F word, or says fuck her face. One station knew. Really? You know what's funny? And this is for any if there's any YouTube content creators out there, check this out. Okay, I don't know. Was it this one? Was it this video? Okay, this video right here, okay? Over on Geeks and Gamers. This is for any content creators out here, okay? This video that I uploaded the other day, I think it's around here. It's just not fair to not say anything. It's really unfair. Now, if you go to this account, hang on, let me back it up. So right here, dog, they've got to stop doing this thing where they don't say anything when people are getting dog piled on the. So that was at the 40-second mark. YouTube demonetized my video because I said fucking in the first 40 seconds. So I had to edit that out. I had to edit me saying that, and then they remonetized it. That's how easy the AI bot can basically just hit you. So I had to go back and edit me saying that out, so the YouTube bot doesn't demonetize the whole channel. Like, are you kidding me, man? I'm like, because I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, why am I being demonetized in this video? But yeah, you can't say you can't say the F word like in the first minute of a video, the first 2 minutes or something like that. So that's just something to keep in mind for any content creators out there. I mean, I put that none of my content is made for kids. Yeah, I make that very clear, but hey, you know, it is what it is. By the way, did you guys hear about this Dean Withers? Is that his name? This leftist Twitch streamer? Let's see if I can find it. I think that's his name. Dean Withers. So there's this leftist Twitch streamer named Dean Withers. And he's always he's basically always preaching. He went on he debated somebody the other day, and he was claiming he won. I think he debated like Nick Fuentes or something like that, and he got embarrassed. And after he claimed that he defeated Nick Fuentes and all of this stuff, and then it got exposed that this leftist actually dropped the N-word years ago. There were screenshots of him dropping the N-word in it looks like Instagram, and so then he had to go apologizing. Holy shit, man! Like the amount of those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. These guys are so pathetic. So then he like sends out this long tweet, and he's like, I am here to take responsibility for my toxic behavior. Oh my God, it's so pathetic. So yeah. So this is a leftist streamer. I don't know what platform he streams on. I honestly know nothing about him. I don't follow a lot of this stuff, but I saw he posted a video where he was claiming that he had destroyed Nick Fuentes in a debate. And again, I don't really watch Nick Fuentes either, but when I saw this guy going on the offense, and I'm like, if you won the debate, you don't need to make a video saying that you won the debate. So that's a red flag right there. That's a red flag right there. Usually people that win debates, they let the audience do the talking for them. So when this guy came out, he's like, yeah, I just had a debate and I destroyed Nick Fuentes. And I'm like, that's a red flag. That means you probably lost. And that means that you're probably on the defense. And that means that, you know, so I looked in it a little more. I didn't watch much of it, but I pretty much knew what happened. That's when that's the first time I knew the guy's name was Den. And then a few days later, he gets exposed for like dropping the N-word. And I'm like, you're one of these same fucking losers that would pretend to be offended over somebody saying that word, by the way. Look, anybody that pretends to be offended over the N-word being said, they're fake and a phony. Nobody's actually offended over that shit. Nobody. All right. There's people that pretend to be offended over it, and that's it. But nobody's actually offended over that shit. Nobody gives a damn. All right. But so this is the type of guy that would do that. All the meanwhile, he gets busted for saying that word. Pretty damn funny. So fuck these leftist projection losers. That's all they are. Words are not offensive. Who gives a shit? But we live in this weird world where people have to get online and pretend to be fake offended over shit because they're trained to do so. They're trained to do so. It's really what it comes down to. That's simple. Okay, so we've got a couple more Kamala clips, and I think we're getting more and more from the we're getting more and more clips from the Howard Stern interview, but this is from The View right here. You can't make this up. Kamala and The View blame Trump for the border crisis. Trump hasn't been in office in nearly 4 years.
When you were here last, I asked about the border, which remains a top issue to voters. Yeah. And as you rightly pointed out, the former president blocked the strongest border security bill in decades. Yeah. But there remains this perception among voters that the Biden administration dragged its feet and waited too long to act to address the border crisis. Can you speak to why voters may feel that way?
Sure. Well, first of all, to your point, when we first came in office, hours after we were inaugurated, the first bill we offered before infrastructure, before bringing down the cost of prescription medications, it was to fix our broken immigration system. and it never got taken up, in large part for political reasons, because solutions are at hand and we need to fix the problem. Then, to your point, a bipartisan group of members of the United States Congress, including some of the most conservative members, worked together with our support to craft the most serious and strong border security bill we've seen in years.
Yes.
Donald Trump got word of it and told them, don't put the bill up for a vote, because he didn't want a solution, because he preferred to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem. So then we had to do, in addition to what we've done since day one in trying to strengthen the border, we took further action in terms of executive action. We have seen illegal immigration reduced by half, the intake of fentanyl reduced by half. But ultimately, if we want a real fix to this, Congress has to act. We need, for example, in that bill, we would have put 1,500 more border agents at the border, which is why the Border Patrol supported it. I went down to the border, and let me tell you, these border agents.
When did you go to the border?
They're trying as hard as they can. They need more resources. I have personally prosecuted transnational criminal organizations for the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I have taken on the cartels. I've prosecuted the cartels. I understand the serious nature of this issue and the need to fix it. And solutions are at hand. But again, Donald Trump prefers to run on problems instead of fixing problems. He's not solution oriented.
So this is the person, Kamala, who claims that she's gonna fix America and she's gonna be in charge. Yet she couldn't even handle a confrontation with Anna Paulina Luna. Watch Anna Paulina Luna. This is Kamala Harris in a crisis moment right here. Panics and freaks out. She can't handle pressure. She can't handle anything.
Hi, how are you doing today? Hi, how are you? Hi, I'm the director of Hispanic Engagement with Turning Point USA. I want to know about the children that you're saying that are at the border right now. Wait, would you answer this question real quick? No, I'm taking a picture real quick. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're getting behind and you're saying that you're fighting for women. No, I'm not going to back up. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm asking her. She's saying that she supports Hispanic. Those ladies asked her to take a picture. I don't care. You're in my way. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. She is damaging what is happening to Hispanic women and children at the border because she's promoting family reunification, which you're not commenting on this issue. You are directly impacting the Hispanic demographic in a negative way. You are directly impacting what is happening with the children in this country, and you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing as a representative, representing women in this country. Shame on you. You're not going to win.
I can't stand this woman, dude. I can't stand this woman. She is so dumb. She's so dumb. Exactly, Jessica. Look at her face. She was scared as hell. There was one moment where she was, look at her. Look at her. She's panicking. She's panicking. She is completely scared to death at Anna Paulina Luna. So she can't handle Anna Paulina Luna stepping up to her in a public airport, but she's apparently going to negotiate with world leaders and terrorists. Come on, man. Get out of here. It's absolutely ridiculous. And that was there's so many moments. We've seen her get destroyed time and time again. And on top of that, are you guys ready? Let me read some super chats. And I'm going to show you maybe the single greatest tweet of all time. All right. That really solidifies that TDS truly is a disease. It truly is a disease. The Sean 2 says, Flash is going to be proud of you, Jeremy. Oh, for the Alex Jones song. Patrick Kennedy says, prayers to everyone in East Palestine and Hawaii. Oops, I forgot. We were supposed to memory hole the last 4 years. 1000%. 8 o'clock says, is she writing Willie Brown in that video? Brian Young says, hey, Kamala, it's one nation under God. Yave says, thank you, Jeremy, for playing the legendary Alex Jones song. That's why you are my favorite flamboyant gay man in a straight way. Sir Neoff for 20 says, hot take. NSYNC was only a good band because of Justin. Backstreet is the better band because they are all good in the boy band. Let the chat fight. I don't know if I disagree with you. I think overall you're probably right. I think from like as a group, Backstreet's probably better, but Justin was better than all of the other members. Justin was the best member of all the bands, just on a talent level. So I can't disagree with you. But Justin was so good that he elevated NSYNC, and it's almost like he had the Michael Jordan effect of the boy bands. So he was just like, there might have been better teams from top to bottom than the Bulls, but Michael Jordan's presence made them the best team. There's half the chat's going to actually argue, and the other half are going to be like, this is gay. Why are we talking about boy bands? So, you know what I mean? So that's essentially how it's going to go. Nandy says, need to wash my eyes with Fireball whiskey after that Kamala singing video. David says, is it true that Beardo wants to share his seed with you? No. What? SBZ says, Jeremy, straight for Trump. Trump, who said that? Jeremy, right here. Trump, you don't look straight. Joker's Disciple says, good Lord, you grifted another storm. Proud of you. Try my best. I try my best. Ira Brownrich says, the reasons why the numbers are down is because they are already in this country. Ben Ryder says, the quartering found a former classmate of Kamala's who said she had an IQ of 88 on Reddit. I can totally believe that. Box of rocks. Sheesh. Yep. Brian Young says, who was to see you next Tuesday in the public airport? What are you talking about? You talking about Kamala? Is that what you're talking about? Troy New says that Trump Elon derangement syndrome, TEDS. You want to talk about TDS? I'm about to show you maybe the greatest example of TDS ever recorded. Are you guys ready for this? You guys ready for this? This might be the greatest ever. Here we go. Donald Trump broke my marriage. As of today, after 8 fucking years of fighting, not fighting, ignoring, pretended, we decided to divorce. Donald Trump broke my marriage. I know I am not alone. What? Holy crap. Holy crap. I mean, these people are completely unhinged. It is insane what we are dealing with these people, man. I don't know how you function in life when this is how you look at the world. So Donald Trump is the reason that your marriage ended, apparently. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, dude, this video is going viral now. This video that I just played is going viral. Everybody's sharing this video now. I'm not playing it again for you guys. I'm not playing it again, but I'm just saying everybody's tweeting this out now. Oh, it's going viral now. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. Holy crap. Let's see here. Share that back. I'm not playing it. I like the chat. I would never do that, okay? I would never do that. Also, we got this one. Speaking of people with a severe case of TDS, let's talk about this guy right here.
Time to cancel all the contracts and reassess his immigration status and hopefully deport him the hell out of the country. And if we can't do that by conventional means, President Biden, you have presidential immunity. Get Elon Musk the F out of our country and do it now. Time to cancel all the contracts and reassess his immigration status and hopefully deport him the hell out of the country.
Man, I don't even know how you get this broken in life, but yeah, man, that's Keith Olbermann. Keith Olbermann's having a normal one, because that's what Keith Olbermann does. Right here, this just dropped 38 minutes ago, it looks like. Breaking: Trump now favored to win Michigan. Gains in the latest election forecast. Win odds: Trump is up to 58% in Michigan, and or win odds overall. I'm sorry, 58% win odds, and then Electoral College has him over 300 votes right there. So that's the latest. And what does this mean? What does this mean? It means absolutely nothing. It means nothing. It means to go vote for Donald Trump by any means necessary. Don't get distracted by these poll numbers. Don't get distracted by the momentum. Don't get caught up, because that's the worst thing you can do in this situation. Trump's calling out Fox News now. The problem with Fox News is that every time they put on someone who is positive and touting all of the good things I have done for this country, they always feel it's necessary to follow up with a really negative voice. Often people who are storytellers and willing to outright lie. The daytime anchors are no match for these lunatics, and they get away with absolute murder. The net result is nothingness. So what's the purpose of watching? Trump does not give a damn. He is calling it like he sees it, and it's glorious to witness. He is not letting up, man. Holy crap. I'm glad he's doing it too, because Fox is easily Fox is definitely being better to him than any other network. But even still, he's like, no, man, I'm absolutely going to continue to call you guys out because you deserve it. And now we've got a new Pennsylvania poll, 49% Trump, 47% Harris. Again, don't get caught up by these numbers. Don't get distracted by these numbers. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to take that and go, oh, well, if Trump's doing so well, man, I can just stay home. No, you can't. No, you can't. And then you've got stories like this right here.
What would your message be to Vice President Kamala Harris and to the White House? What do you have to say to them? I mean, she's spent time on, these shows, podcasts. You haven't seen the response. I know I've been up to Chimney Rock. I've never seen such devastation in my life. It looks like a war zone. I know people lost their life up there as well. What would your message be to her in the White House? Sean would like to know.
Where are you? Where are you? These people have lost their homes, they've lost their businesses, they've lost everything, and they need some support. They need help. And $750 is not much help.
What would
really that simple? It's really that simple. She's a terrible leader, a terrible candidate, and she is going to ruin this country. So we got a choice to make in less than 30 days. Are we going to vote for the man that is willing to fight for every single thing and continue to stand tall in the face of mass cancellation from the most powerful people in the world? Or are we going to vote for someone that can't even complete a sentence and can't even answer basic questions and can't really form a fucking sentence together? I think the answer is pretty obvious. I think it's pretty obvious. Okay, so let me catch up on some of these supers really quickly. Let's see here. Troy News says, by the way, did you see the Ben Shapiro interview with Trump today? I saw that he interviewed him. I didn't see how it went, but I'm sure it was fine. But yeah, I did see that there was an interview. Oh, ABF says my membership didn't renew because my account was on cooldown. Got you. ABF dropping too much money. ABF, mad lad. Fantastic Knox says, do a poll on what's more cringe, Kamala singing or Kamala dancing. Hail Jeremy in the chat, scanning in. War Brer says that's Jeremy's wife. Oh, the divorce because of Trump. Eric K says Kamala, let's see. According to her Harvard class, they all took IQ tests. She was what? Can you spell, Eric? Like, what the fuck does this even mean? You're supposed to put a D at the end of a chord, but then you need an ing. According to her Harvard class, they all took IQ tests. The fuck is wrong with you, Eric? It's not like you're doing anything else. The fuck are we doing here? It's a text to phone? Hey, all that shit talking you give me, Eric, you know I'm going to roast you. You know I'm going to roast you. But hey, I've got a clip for you, Eric. I've got a clip for you.
I know words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
An RNC line says border crossings quadrupled. Then they brought it down by half. So it's still doubled before factoring in the crossings. Nice cell phone, Kamala. Yeah, that's right. Eric, you had that one coming for you, buddy. Normal Man says, does anyone know any bricks with PhDs? I just thought I would ask. Thanks. Thank you. Let's see. Travis says, you're gay, so it wouldn't be just a friend in Brazil. I got that one earlier. We Too Dumb says, I am worried about Krista. Is Krista okay? She shouldn't be in danger. Bite it so sleek. You cleanse with care in silence. You're the answer there. War Wizard. I was going to say War Wolf. Now let's get some bushes in the chat from Madam Savvy's rallying feet for Dan. It's going to be feet versus bushes. Frosty says, Jeremy, check out the podcast, Flecka's Talk, featuring Richard Ratboy. They are true MAGA boys. New episode every Tuesday and Friday. Noted. Sean Weldon says, hey, Jeremy, just saw that Melania will be on the 5 tonight. Might be an interesting watch. Also, you're a big. Fallen Angel says, Camel Toe ended her campaign in just 15 seconds. Let's see. Skird Ferguson. I guess we know why Kamala hasn't done many interviews, because because when she does, it's completely evident she's not a real person. Objectively, a cat says, I hear that Jeremy is a huge believer. Can't get enough of that golden happy Justin Bieber voice. I was never a fan of Justin Bieber's music, ever. I think he's had one song that I liked. Patrick Kennedy, new member, thank you. TD says, Donald Trump broke my marriage. Trump, did I do that? Cindy says, F come swallow. Trump Vance all the way from North Carolina. We will crawl through hell to vote for Donald J. Trump. Nandy says, apparently Milton is now a Cat 5. Be careful regardless, and prayers to all safety. Thank you. It was supposed to, that's part of the forecast. It was supposed to re-intensify, and then it's supposed to slow down before landfall. Eric K says, I deserve that one, stupid iPhone. I deserve that one, stupid iPhone. Did you mean to say it twice? Did you mean to say it twice? See, this is a tough job. I have to read super chats from people that are sending voice to text. Half the time, none of it makes fucking sense, and I have to work through it. And you go, oh, Jeremy's a retard. He doesn't know how to. I know how to read. I'm not that dumb. Nobody believes that. Vol95 says, do not become mesmerized by polls. They are a weapon to make you think Trump will win and skip voting. Remember the promised red great flood of 2022 and the massive disappointment that was. Go vote. Real Stream Hero says, the only reason they blame Trump for everything is because they just don't know Jeremy yet. We, as the chat of Cobra Cast, just find it easier to blame Jeremy for everything, and it all works out. I agree with that. JD Corey says, Boyz II Men brought it more than the others. Boyz II Men was awesome, but I didn't consider Boyz II Men like a boy band. Like, they were legitimate, like, they weren't pieced together. Like, boy bands are basically corporate groups that people bring together in order to create some kind of viral moment. That's essentially what boy bands always were. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys are all like pieced together by corporations or studios or executives. Boyz II Men were actually like an R&B group full of friends that actually worked their way up as a group and went through the grind. So I don't know. That's just how I've always looked at it. Let's see here. All right. So we're all caught up. Now, I got to figure out. I don't know if we're doing a Tuesday night's main event or not. I have no idea. What I do know is I am doing another Cobra Cast later tonight, and then probably doing a gaming stream as well. But I got to figure out. And if I do a main event, it might be like a shortened version. Most of my people are dealing with trying to get prepared for Orlando and the hurricane. Personally, I'm looking to see if there's anything I can do to help out as well. So I'm just not sure what I'm going to do on the main event side. But I will be live again tonight to talk more about, I'm sure we'll talk about Melania being on the 5, and I'm sure there's a couple other things that we'll be able to talk about as well. But I just wanted to go live for I'm going to try to do like these quick, CobraCast minis to kind of catch up with, the news cycle, and then still have our CobraCast at night as usual. Downtown Drug Zombie says Forrest Gump's IQ was 90, Kamala 78. I mean, Forrest Gump 10 times smarter than her. I would believe that. I would absolutely believe that. Okay, so you guys have a great day. I really appreciate it. I hope you have fun, and I'll keep you posted about main event. I don't know yet, but maybe it'll happen, maybe not. I'll try to figure it out. But thank you guys. Appreciate you. Have a great evening, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.